Hello, welcome back. So today I'm going to discuss about your AC voltage when we apply to a circuit which is having a capacitor. In the lecture 1 of this alternating current chapter, we have already discussed about the AC voltage when it is applied to a resistor only circuit and AC voltage when it is applied to a inductor only circuit. So now in this video I am going to discuss about the AC voltage that is applied to capacitor. So when AC voltage applied to the capacitor, what will be the current? We'll find out that. So let us draw the circuit diagram first. So the circuit diagram is here. This symbol represents your AC voltage, and let's say this is your circuit having a capacitor, and this is the circuit. Now AC voltage we are providing to the circuit, that is, let's say V equal to Vm sin omega t. This is the voltage we are providing, oscillating voltage we are providing to the circuit, and this is your capacitor having capacitance C. Now we know that the value of capacitance C equal to your Q upon V, or the potential that will be developed across the capacitor, the V will be equal to Q upon C. Now using Kirchhoff's loop law, we know that this voltage and the voltage across the capacitor, they will be equal, or you can say the changes in the voltage across all the components is 0, or you can write that your Vm sin omega t equal to Q upon C. Let's say this is your equation number 1. Okay, so this is from the loop law, Kirchhoff's loop law, that the changes, if we will bring this voltage here, so the changes around the circuit in a circuit is 0, or you can say Vm, the source voltage, equal to the voltage developed across the capacitor. Now our target is to calculate the current here. So what we will do, we will calculate I. How do you calculate I? We know that I equal to your dq by dt, the rate of change of, or the rate of flow of charge is current, we know, right? In junior classes also we know that. So we will use this and we will differentiate this part so that we can find out the current. So how will you proceed? Let's say what we are getting here, if we will cross multiply, you can see that. So your Q will be, here you can write, Q will be cross multiply C Vm sin omega t. Okay, now what is I? Your I is dq by dt. So you will differentiate this one. So if you differentiate this one, what you will get? D by dt of this one. Can I do it directly? D by dt of CVm sin omega t. Okay. Now C and Vm, these are constants, we will take outside. What is the derivative of sin omega t? I think all of you know this. So your I will be equal to CVm will come outside. Derivative of sin omega t is cos omega t. So you can write this, and omega will also come out, right? You know, so omega will come outside. So omega cos omega t. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta, but derivative of sin d by dt of sin theta d by d theta of sin theta is cos theta. but d by d theta of sine a constant a theta is what? You can use a chain rule. A will come outside, right? So a cos theta. You should remember this, right? The mathematics students, you know this. So that's why omega came outside. So I equal to C V omega cos omega t. Now this is what the current you got, right? Now, so this is your amplitude part and this is your oscillating part, and I have to convert this current in terms of sine. Why so? Because if I will not convert this one in terms of sine, I will not able to compare, because my source voltage is in sine omega t form. So I need to convert this cos omega t in terms of sine so that I can easily compare. So what shall I do? I'll write I equal to Im, and Im I am writing for this CV omega, and cos omega t, what shall I write? Cos omega t I can write as your sine omega t pi by 2 plus omega t, or omega t plus pi by 2 also you can write. So sine omega t plus pi by 2 is sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, right? So I can write this, and where Im equal to CVM omega, where Im equal to CVM omega and sine omega t plus pi by 2. Yes? Any confusion here? I think there is no confusion here, right? So I can also write it in terms of, because we know that from Ohm's law we know that current is equal to voltage by resistance. So here who will provide resistance? So I can rearrange this and I can write in this term C omega, I can write Vm by 1 upon C omega. Okay, I can write Im equal to Vm upon 1 upon C omega. So this 1 upon C omega will be the dimension of resistance, or its unit will be ohm also, and this 1 upon C omega will introduce a new variable that will be xc. So what xc is C omega. So we can write that this is Vm by xc. So xc, this is called capacitive reactance. This is called capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance. Xc equal to 1 upon C omega, right? So now what you will do? We will draw the phase diagram. Now we established a relationship between voltage and the current, right? So now what we will do? We will draw the phase diagram. So how does the phase diagram will look like? So as you can see, the phase diagram will look like, okay, the phase diagram will look like, if this is your voltage, the current will be here. Current will be ahead of voltage. Omega t plus pi by 2. Current will move ahead of your voltage. So if you want to draw it in graph, so if this is the voltage, okay, then the current peak will come first. Okay, current peak will come first, and the height will be lesser than the voltage peak. So the current peak will come first, then the voltage peak. Okay, that's why current is moving ahead of your voltage. Moving ahead of your voltage. Okay, so if this is your pi by 2, this is your pi. So here at pi by you are getting at 0 maximum, but your voltage is maximum at pi by 2. That means your voltage is getting the peak at later time. So this is your current and this is your voltage. Okay, so this is your phasor diagram and this is your rotating vector diagram and this is the wave form. Right. Now we can also calculate the power. We will also calculate the power. So power, average power for this case will be 0. So let us calculate how you can do that. Power. So P is, in this case, the power will write as P equal to VI. P for capacitor we are calculating power, P equal to VI. V is our source voltage, that is Vm sin omega t. I is Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Now you just multiply. So Vm Im then sin omega t plus pi by 2. So this quantity exactly you are getting as cos omega t. Sin omega t plus pi by 2 is cos omega t. So sin omega t into cos omega t. So sin theta into cos theta, I can multiply a 2 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. So this one will become Vm Im sin 2 omega t by 2. So average power will be, average power, P bar means average here. So average of this quantity, that is Vm Im upon 2 sin 2 omega t. Now I have made one video how sin 2 omega t will be 0. The average of sin 2 omega t will be 0 and Vm Im will come outside. So average power will be 0. Right. So what we have learnt from this AC voltage applied to a capacitor. So when AC voltage applied to the capacitor, what happened? The current is ahead of the voltage pi by 2. The peak of the current will come first, then the peak of the voltage will come. You can say like that, and you can also say that your 1 upon C omega, that is your Xc, we have introduced a new quantity that is called capacitive reactance. Xc, we have introduced a new quantity that is capacitive reactance. Okay. So in the next class we will discuss LCR circuit. So in the first lecture I have discussed about your resistor only, when AC voltage applied to a circuit which is having resistor only. Also in the same video I have also discussed, you can go back and check. In the same video I have discussed about the AC circuit which is having a inductor only. Now in this video I have discussed the AC voltage applied to capacitor only. Now in the next video I will discuss about, that will be lecture number 3, to LRC or LCR circuit. We will calculate the impedance and some other thing about the LCR circuit, resonance, okay, and the sharpness of resonance I will take one more video for that. Then after that LC oscillations and your transformer. So these much concepts are there in this chapter. After that we will solve some numericals based upon this chapter from JEE and NEET based question. Also for term 1 board exam that CBSE is going to conduct, like MCQ pattern, also few questions we will discuss from this chapter. Okay, so the 7 chapters will come, chapter number 1 to chapter number 7 in your board exam. Then this is the 7th chapter, and all other 6 chapter also I will discuss, and we will discuss so many questions for term 1. So we will prepare for term 1 nicely so that you can score well. Thank you for watching the video. See you in another video.